Irish Post Awards. Live from London. 7 awards. 1 Lifetime Achievement. These are the Irish Post Awards 2019. Kicking things off tonight, Fusion Fighters. Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Aoife Ní Shúraisk and Eamon Holmes.
Thank you very much indeed. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Irish Post Awards, live on this, their 42nd year, from the great room in the Grosvenor House Hotel in the heart of London. Now, a great room requires a great lineup, and that's what we have for you this evening.
Indeed we do, Eamon. Tá tír agus tala, bailí le chéile do mhór ócáid bhlianta na Gael sa Manatin, agus muidetáirt ahantas de hír agus de éachtaí a réimsí Tinscoil Ceol, Críochán Sport, agus Oberphobal, agus na Fusion Fighters itchin. What a great start to the evening, Eamon.
Absolutely. And I noticed you tapping away there, your little feet, you couldn't keep control.
Well, Eamon, you know, when I'm around you, it can be difficult at times.
I'm asking, you're dancing, okay? I can't guarantee you fancy footwork, but I can guarantee you an eventful evening, a bit like 2019 itself. It's been a year of drama, big events, highs and lows. We've had the Rugby World Cup. Less said about that, the better maybe. Dublin made history in GAA with 5 in a row. Derry girls went presidential. Leo Varadkar marched with pride in Belfast. Theresa May went to Europe and then went home. And a new Brexit boy bounced into number 10. It's been an award-winning year for many in this very room tonight, and there will be no runners-up as we celebrate Ireland's winning streak.
Ní bheidh cínsa Éamon le breis agus rá scór bliain, tá na gradam seo ag ceilr grúpa dúchreitsa daoine. Dúhanús na héireann, idir léochra sport, ceol, fintrithe agus daoine inspráideach. Tá lochféchanna in éireann agus fud na crinne linne nacht, agus tá muid a críola réimse ordan. Mar sin mata tú a caintlinn, if you're talking to us or about us, please use the hashtag on the #clip Irish Post Awards. Sin a bheith sa ain a nacht. Ach is leanna in ceilr le banna a tataréis a gria ordú go minnig. Cinarú Somála agus thsáile le fad an lá, seo súil rion stagad éachtaí sa gceol.
How can I protect you in this crazy world. Now I know why it's over and why I'm leaving you. Not the hands of a tired man. This is the old
Aslan.
How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. I have fallen down so many times. Don't know why, don't know where, don't care, less, it's all the same, yeah. I have traveled through so many towns. Don't know why, don't know where, don't care, less, it's all the same, yeah. So how can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. Can you hear the sound of nothing? Nothing. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. Don't care less, it's all the same. Love is blind, love is real. Don't you know that love is what you feel? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. So how can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, it's alright. And when the talking's over, all the crowd have gone. There's nothing left I can do. Am I ever gonna get through to you? It's alright. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. How can I protect you when all the crowd is gone? Now your party's over and all this world is wrong. It's alright, yeah, it's alright. Crazy world. It's alright. It's alright.
Aslan a bhí uaisle le crazy world. Ma Siv,
Thank you, guys.
is
Thank you very much
dachar
indeed.
Christún sgúil siad a cealar a breis is tríocha cúd blian i donscail an cheol éime.
And it's a bit of a crazy world in here tonight. I hope you're looking forward to hearing more from Aslan later. The first Irish Post Awards took place back in 1977 to recognise and celebrate the contributions of members of the Irish community in Britain. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce the man behind the brand, and this incredible night. He is the owner and publisher of the Irish Post, a publication celebrating its 50th anniversary next year. He is Mr. Elgin Lowe.
Proud to be Irish. Proud to be Irish in Britain. Ambassador O'Neill, Aisling, Accordia, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to report a record year for the Irish Post, which was no mean feat for a newspaper, and is especially pleasing to see such a huge attendance here tonight. I would like to thank our partners DRS and Invent and every table host. Thank you for your continued support. The Irish Post will be 50 years old in February, and we will take great pride in achieving that milestone in 2020. The Irish Post Awards is about celebration, celebrating being Irish in Britain and being Irish on a global stage. We are keenly aware of our legacy, but also, looking around this room tonight, we also know we have arrived. We celebrate and recognise the wonderful achievements of our awardees, their passion for their roots, but also what they have contributed to Britain and indeed many countries around the world. It also has huge significance for us that the Irish language, Gaeilge, is being used here in London tonight. And we're beamed live across Ireland with our broadcast partners, TG Car, and around the world on Facebook. I would like to say a huge thank you and acknowledge everyone who works in the Irish Post. We deliver not just tonight, but week in, week out, across the paper and our digital platform. Thank you to our event producers, director, production team, performers, TG Car and the Grosvenor House. It all takes a lot of coordination and hard work, but the Chancellor and the current Mayor of London call the Irish Post Awards the biggest party in London for no reason. Gurmila Malgrev, thank you very much everyone, have a great night. Thank you.
It's time to get down to business, Eamon.
It is indeed. Tonight we celebrate an exceptional group of people from a wide range of disciplines. Let's take a look at the award categories.
The Irish Post Awards 2019, celebrating one lifetime achievement and outstanding contributions in sport, film and television, business, broadcasting and journalism, community, building Britain and music. These are the Irish Post Awards 2019.
So lots in store, and here now is our first award of the evening.
Outstanding contribution to music.
This is the outstanding contribution to music. To present this, please welcome Chris Moyles.
Good seeing you, my friend. Good seeing you.
Right, this man's got to be up very, very early in the morning on the radio, and the recipient of this is someone who you're happy to stay up late for.
You know, the word icon gets thrown around a lot. Obviously, Elgin is one, and as we all agree, a hilarious stand-up. But this performer, artist, who is going to win this award tonight, there are not many people that I stay up for, but I would stay up for him every night. That came out wrong. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. But no, this is a living legend, an icon, and seriously, that gets thrown around a lot. You've been called a legend, and we all know that's not true, Eamon. But this recipient really is, and like me, by the way, Irish. Like I was born just outside Dublin in Leeds.
Yeah, I wasn't called a legend. I was called a cult. That's what I was called.
Anyway, let's take a look at this winner. His real name is George O'Dowd.
Outstanding contribution to music.
He's one of the most influential and iconic names of our time. Boy George. To millions of fans and followers, he's a living example of fearless individuality. Boy George, the original gender-fluid pop icon. With massive hits and over 150 million records sold, Boy George remains a pop culture fixture in film, TV, commercials, and continued global heavy radio rotation. Boy George remains dedicated to equality, love, and inclusion, and has paved the way for countless others through his true authenticity.
Please welcome the winner of the Outstanding Contribution to Music, Boy George! There you are.
George, good seeing you, mate.
Thank you. Lovely seeing you, my friend. Always love to see what sort of hat you're going to turn up in as well.
Always have to have a hat, yes.
You have to.
Yes.
You want to get ahead, get a hat. That's what they say.
So, thank you to the Irish Post for giving me this award. I was thinking earlier about what I was going to say, and I suppose what I would like to say is that I grew up with amazing, strong Irish women in my life. My grandmother, Bridget Glynn, went through amazing hardship in order for me to be here and do the things that I've done. And so I want to dedicate this to her, to my mum, Diane, to my aunt, Kitty O'Connell, who was the nicest Irish woman you could ever meet and the most Irish-looking woman you could ever meet, too. And, yeah, I'm proud of my roots. I've always told everyone from a kid, you know, and all the words to Kevin Barry and several other songs. And I've always been proud of my Irish connections, and I couldn't be prouder tonight.
Lovely, and we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you. And it's great, George, being here tonight because in true international jet-set style, he is flying off to the south of France. A very exciting day for you tomorrow that people wouldn't know this side to you.
I know. I'm having my first art exhibition in Monaco.
Lovely, lovely. Good luck with that. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. Boy George, Chris Moyes. Thank you very much indeed, Chris. Thank you.
Well, an tús agus seo lingmar sin go dtí ar géad gradam eile.
Outstanding contribution to film and television.
Se an gradam de bhaisce scanán agus telefíse, agus chun an gradam a chur lár chuirigí fása rihar tá hééis se riana ágáil ar a bobbal ceol éireannach ar fud hasanna a rií oiste Vince Power. Vince, you're very welcome to the awards and it's wonderful to have you with us. Vince, many people here know that you have tirelessly championed music and the arts here in London and in England. How important are tonight's celebrations here in London?
This is very important for me because I've been in London for 40 years almost, and I've always wanted to do music, so I started it in '82 and never stopped and still doing it, and this is wonderful to be here tonight.
And Vince, you're a friend of our recipient. Without giving the game away, you're very proud of her this evening.
I am, yes. I'm very proud of her.
Well, let's have a look at just a few of our winners' highlights. Feachar seo.
Outstanding contribution to film and television.
It still works. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I'm a prostitute.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Don't you touch me! Don't you touch me! Me? Holly. 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 Yes, Holly! Well, no, don't turn us down, please. Sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? But yeah, that's what it is. We've been having an affair. Oh, please don't look so shell-shocked. Don't.
He's married.
Yeah, but we all know what a shambles that is.
Bastard! Do you realise who you just ate, do you? Probably the most brilliant man ever.
My husband and Milena Livingstone died in a car crash under circumstances that have not yet been explained. I'll give you what you want, Hook. But only if you give me what I want.
So please welcome our outstanding contribution to film and television winner, Anna Friel a Rini Uashle. Congratulations, Anna. Congratulations, Anna. It's wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you.
I believe you have roots in Belfast and Donegal. Tell us a little bit about your Irish connections.
I do. Well, my hero is sitting right there, and that's my father, Desi. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, Belfast and Donegal, my papa.
What does meaning an award like this, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. I'm eternally grateful. I can't believe you've chosen me. I like to fly the flag a little.
Well, you certainly do. And you've had so many standout moments, an amazing career. We just had a snapshot there. What would be the personal highlights for yourself, Anna?
Personal highlights? I think each and every job delivers a highlight. I think for me it's been about gaining confidence and getting better. And instead of starting a job thinking I can't do it, I think I can, and how am I going to do it?
Good for you. What does 2020 hold for you?
Well, I fly back to Nova Scotia on Sunday because I'm in the middle of shooting a movie, and we've just finished shooting Marcella, all in Belfast, and it's set in Belfast. Every cast member is from Ireland, and the most wonderful crew I've ever worked with.
And you've obviously worked with many talented actors. Who would be your favourite, say, leading man?
My favourite leading man? I'd have to say Lee Pace, I think, Pushing Daisies.
Wow.
Because we're such good friends and we spent such a long time together.
Will you be partying with your dad later?
Well, I might be able to have a glass of wine now. I get quite nervous at these things. I don't want to get up and trip over. These heels are quite hard to walk in. So maybe now I'll have a little tipple.
Well, enjoy it. It's well deserved. Rini Uashle, our winner of Outstanding Contribution to Film and Television, Anna Friel, agus a Cara, Vince Power. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's nice. A real family affair. Nice to see the Belfast representation there. Anyone else from Belfast here tonight? Good. Excellent. We are going to take a very quick break. And then after that, we will throw the spotlight on the business community, right? And we're going to give the stage to one of Ireland's greatest musicians, the one and only Sharon Shannon.
And also, perhaps an award you might have your eye on, Eamon. It's broadcasting and journalism.
Oh, stop it. There's a Broadcasting and Journalism Award.
You didn't know?
And maybe it has my name on it. Maybe. Anyway, I put the R's in for that. And we will find out who's going to win that shortly.
We surely will. Sholin, tógam with Brisha Garrett's fógraíochta agus beim with Ashley. Go Garrett's. Gamani Diri, bugs were gay thoughts at Ashka, the Irish Post Awards, at Tathogi as Cahir, London and Nacht. It's turning out to be quite the night here,
It
Eamon.
certainly is quite a night. Folks, just to say, we are live on television, so we just need a wee bit of order as the entertainment and the ceremony continues. But 1,500 people in this room.
And it's a party, Eamon.
It is.
Let's face it,
and
it's
many
a party.
hundreds of thousands of you watching at home. So, the excitement is only set to continue as we welcome a true legend of Irish music.
Indeed. Agus tá sé dachar I chreistúnt, ach is chorm na hiici sé tríocha blian ochar an chéadhair a chu a híomháirí agus a chud talan na ceol a bhaimmarin. Ca hamad súlan is rint da chud éachtaí.
Sharon Shannon.
A rií le Sharon Shannon.
Thank you very much indeed. Lovely seeing you. A lot of people are fascinated by your box. What is this?
It's a button accordion, Castagneri. It's actually Italian.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And of all the things, I mean, you have degrees in music and whatever, and you choose to have this. It's incredible.
Oh, yes, yes.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, I started playing it when I was 11 years old.
Lovely. Now, you're also celebrating 30 years in the business, right? Incredible.
Yes, that's right.
Where does that time go?
Oh, it just went really quickly.
Well, I tell you, I was coming here tonight and I was passing the petrol station and I thought, I've got to let this be marked or commemorated. So Sharon Shannon, 30 years in the business. No expense spared. Very good. But we're not here to hear us talk or for me to give you flowers. I'll take those away. You give us we'll hear another tune, yeah? Okay, let's get your feet stopping. Ready to go?
Thank you very much. We're going to do a tune and a song. Jack here is going to sing this song. It's one that you all know very well, so we want to hear you all singing along, okay?
Good, excellent. All singing along. You heard her. Off you go, guys.
I took a stroll down the old long walk of a day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft day. And I ask you now, what would you do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking the world down the Salt Hill prom with the Galway girl. So when I woke up, I was all alone of a day, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I ask you now, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes are blue. And I've been around, I've been all over this world. Boys, I've never seen nothing like a Galway. Come on, chameleon. It comes and goes, it comes and goes. And I've never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
Tashiv, the Fusion Fighters, August Galway Girl, Le Sharon Shannon, August Cohorza Slay. At Eileen Mershin, Guzi Argate, Radham, Ella.
Outstanding contribution to business.
Well done, guys.
Agus Chunan Gradam Shah of Vruna, Kurigi Falta River, Anna Darcy, O DRS Bond Management. Anna, you're very welcome to the awards. Of course, you're no stranger to the awards. DRS are sponsoring us again this year. How has 2019 been for you?
It's been a brilliant 2019, thank you. We've grown substantially. A large chunk of that has been down to the Irish Post, and we're very grateful to the Irish Post for their continued support of DRS Bond Management.
And what does next year hold for you?
Well, we're very thankful for our brilliant clients, and we just hope to continue to work as hard as possible for them.
And party with them here tonight?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's see who our outstanding contribution to business award winner is this evening.
Outstanding contribution to business.
Tim was born in Crosses, County Donegal, and in 1972 he moved from Ireland to London. In 1985, Tim and his brother Bernard set up Kelly Communications, which forms part of the larger Kelly Group as we know it today. We connect over 2 million customers with high-speed broadband and cable TV each year. The services that we provide from our 40 operating centres include civil engineering, lottery terminal installation, traffic management services, rail and metro infrastructure design and build, and more recently, gas mains renewal.
Kelly Rail has seen exceptional growth and today is a major part of the Kelly Group's revenue and contract portfolio.
Our Fleet Services division now comprises of over 2,500 vehicles. We put safety right at the heart of what we do and have now over a number of years developed award-winning solutions to ensure our drivers make it home safely to their families every day.
Tim Kelly and the Kelly Group have been donating their time and energy to giving back to the Irish community. Tim is most definitely not the sort of person who seeks gratitude or even an acknowledgement of his time, efforts and generosity. Tim does it because it feels right.
Tim Kelly and the London Irish business community led an effective London Irish Ward appeal, and we ended up raising £800,000.
We at Kelly Group are proud of our success over the past 35 years, and together with our 3,500 plus staff, look forward to a busy future.
Tim Kelly, O'Kelly Group. Congratulations, Tim. You're perfect just as you are, Tim. Now, you've clearly built a phenomenal business since leaving Donegal at 16. What's been your proudest achievement?
Several wonderful things and several achievements, but staying in business for the last 35 years, successfully growing it with my team of directors and managers, I suppose would have to come to the forefront is one of the most
innovative and amazing people, obviously, to support you in this dream and the vision you've had.
We're in a people's business. It's all about people. Thankfully, we have a lot of wonderful people work for the business.
And it's been a difficult time for business, Tim, so how do you rise to those challenges?
Well, business is about reinventing yourself every year. The client expects more for less. Our job is to try and deliver that. And if we do, we're still in business. If we don't, somebody else is.
And when you started out here in London as a 16-year-old lad, did you ever imagine that you would be here tonight and receive such an honour?
Absolutely not. And I've been here several times as a guest, and I've seen some wonderful people here that I admired all over the years. And I never remotely imagined that I'd be up here being honoured like this.
And I would like to thank the Irish Post, particular Elgin, Lohan, for this wonderful award. Much appreciated. And I think of it as an award not just particularly for me, but for the management and staff of the Kelly Group.
So I think the Kelly Group are going to have a big night tonight, aren't they, Tim?
We started a few hours ago. Yeah.
Well, enjoy and continued success to you, Tim. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
The outstanding contribution to business award winner, Untwasil Tim Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. And with that, it's time for another award.
Outstanding contribution to broadcasting and journalism.
This little award is for broadcasting and journalism, something I know a little bit about, and I know, Aoife, it would be just like you to spring a surprise on me tonight. Look, speech ready, everything, just in case, just in case. So to present this award to me, or to whoever, please welcome Michael Flatley. My friend, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. No, okay. So they said to me, play along, pretend this is for you. And I have to say, no pretense, because the man who's won this award has revolutionized British television, I think, in the last few years.
I think that's fair to say. Am I allowed to say his name yet?
No, don't say his name. See if people can guess. He's humble, he's quiet, he's good looking, he's self-effacing.
Well, he's good looking. He's a stand-up guy, that's what I can say about him. Absolutely a stand-up guy. I was blessed to be interviewed by him one evening. It was the toughest interview I ever did, but the most fair. And that says a lot about a man.
Okay.
He's a stand-up guy.
Okay. And he is Piers Morgan.
Outstanding contribution to broadcasting and journalism.
I've waited 3 decades for this.
Let's get on with it.
Prime Minister, is there any way we can leave on October the 31st?
Tell Piers I'll come on his show as soon as I can.
Did you ever have any intimate relationship with Boris Johnson? Yes or no? Never have understood why anyone in America needs a semi-automatic AR-15 assault rifle at home. I urge you to carry on doing something on guns. And I think we would both agree on that.
We do.
Have you met Donald Trump? Never.
Hair. Something like that. And his mouth small.
Let's talk about your legs. Is it true they're insured for $40 million?
Yes.
So far, I've picked 3 that you have no idea what they are. If you genuinely believe the planet's about to end, start with your own carbon footprint. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm just trying to ask you a simple question. But I've got to say, I've been on the show 4 years. I've never seen a reaction to any interview we've ever done compared to what we're getting here. You sleep with Jerry like that? Really?
Boy George is here. He's rounded up.
Do you really wanna hurt me?
Sometimes I actually do want to hurt you, Piers Morgan.
Please put your hands together for the host of Life Stories and Good Morning Britain, Mr. Piers Morgan. We get some you first. Congratulations. I know this must be very embarrassing for you.
This is killing him. Absolutely killing him. You should really go to him. He's the king of breakfast TV. I'm just a little prince
Well,
in your wake.
in fairness, my friend, breakfast television used to be a way of easing the nation into the morning, gently waking them up. And then along came you changed all that. Was it a gamble?
I think it was a gamble for ITV, yeah. I think Susanna Reid, when they told her that they were thinking of bringing in a new presenter, she went, oh, great, that's great. Who is it? And they said it was me, and she apparently literally nearly passed out. And I don't think she's really recovered ever since. So, yeah, it was a gamble. I don't do it the normal way, as you know. But we have fun. We shake things up. We try and get debate going. And I think that we offer something a little bit different in the morning.
Very good. Do you watch them in the morning? Excellent, good stuff.
I've got to say, by the way, some of you may be wondering about the Irish connection. So my father...
I was about to ask that. How Irish are you?
Well, my father was Eamon Vincent O'Mara. He died when I was just 1. And he came from Galway. Then the family moved to... He had a sister who moved to Banagher in Offaly, and then a lot of cousins in Dublin. And so I feel very Irish. I had my DNA test done last year. 0 English and almost exclusively Irish. So whether you like it or not, I am one of you. And I had a funny moment. I was in America battling the NRA over gun control.
Yeah.
And there was a petition to have me deported from America. And it was signed by 150,000 Americans. And then there was a rival petition that started in England to stop me coming back. And finally, one guy came up on Twitter from Cork who began a petition to bring me to my homeland of Ireland. And it didn't go down massively well, I have to say, but I do feel tonight I'm amongst my own. So hopefully, if it all comes to it, I can come back.
And did you become even more Irish when England were beaten in the Rugby World Cup final?
Well, I was definitely very Irish when an Irishman lifted the World Cricket Cup for England. So that was a brilliant fusion of my two worlds. No, listen, I feel I was born in England, Irish father, Welsh stepfather, no Scottish, I'm afraid. But no, I feel very, very proud of my Irish origin, Irish roots. I'm very proud of the Good Morning Britain team who are over there. You've seen Usain Bolt has moved slower than this lot when there was a free bar at the Irish Post Awards. And my eldest son's there, which is a great effort. He's missing a birthday dinner to be here, so thank you to him.
Well done.
Thanks finally just to my long-suffering mother, who'll be at home wondering, wow, he's finally won something.
Won something, and it's good, and I'm glad Good Morning Britain's finally won something, because you never win anything. It's brilliant. It's absolutely super. You know, no need to convince us he's Irish, because he has swallowed the Blarney Stone. There's no doubt about that. Kissed it and swallowed it. And you know, I know what a shy guy you are. I know actually this is, you know, very humbling for you to have this and whatever. I don't suppose come Monday morning you'll bring this on the show on Good Morning Britain and wave this about.
I think the Irish Post are going to get one of the longest bits of television in Britain they have ever seen. So... and thoroughly well deserved, because I've got to say, this is a fantastic evening. Absolutely great evening, great crowd, great awards. To get it from someone like Michael Flatley, one of my favourite interviews ever for Life Stories, one of the all-time great dancers the world has ever seen. Huge honour for me. And to have Eamon Holmes, who, like I said, to me, is the king of breakfast television. To have you here, it means a lot to me. So thank you very much.
You're very kind. Thank you very much indeed. Good done. Well done. I pass the mantle. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Piers Morgan. Thank you, Michael Flatley, as well. Thank you.
Cóhardachas le seachanis, písa ceol ó bhanóg le loch leanan na dílis, agus tá sí dílisteach ar geol síre. Bech seo.
You stay, my love. You come and go. You'll never see me cry, 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 cry. I don't wanna give you the satisfaction thinking a tear will fall for.
Una Healy.
Una Healy a rinne was le curigi falsa rumpa.
Black is the color of my true love's hair. His lips are like some roses fair. He's got the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon he stands. I love my love, and well I love the ground whereon he goes. I wrote him a letter, just a few short lines, and I suffer a day 1,000 times. Well, I go to the Clyde and I mourn and weep, for satisfied well I ne'er can be. I wrote him a letter, just a few short lines. Yeah, I suffered dead 1,000 times. For black is the color of my true love's hair. His lips are like some roses fair. He's got the sweetest mind and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon he stands. For black is the color of my true love's hair.
Thank you very much, Una. And there will be more from Una later in the programme, okay? And hopefully we'll have the best of order when she comes back on again.
Se éman tá go leor gradam fós le hacht gan trocht cheol agus íonaí speisialta.
Yes, Aoife, after the break, we have the Outstanding Contribution to the Community Award, and we'll be celebrating Building Britain. welcome back to the Grosvenor House Hotel, a great ballroom here in central London. These awards are characterised by an enterprising spirit and a passion for Ireland. To be in a room filled with such positive energy is really great. And we'd love to hear from you at home. What have folk been saying, Aoife?
Well, I think they're enjoying the night, and so far there's been plenty to talk about. So just follow us on the hashtag, on the #Ashclub, hashtag Irish Post Awards. Mushin, mata shiva kains fle new phone, shinata pasta. Agus, nyartla kains fui, elihets go idir kol, shim siaft agus gun chiedska. Achanish, kyan de voik funsin the hiche, one of the highlights of the night.
Outstanding contribution to community.
Tugan an gradam se ahantas de éachtaí atá diantaigh duine son pobl, agus chun éhranna chuig í fáilteach riú ribh Fiona Audley on Irish Post. Fiona, welcome to the awards. It's wonderful to have you with us, of course, as managing editor of the Irish Post. This is one of the biggest night of the year for you.
Hi Aoife, it's lovely to have you here too. It's a great night for us. We look forward to it. It's our flagship event of the year. And we're really busy all year, but it's definitely great to get to the point where you come together and celebrate all the good stuff that's happening in the Irish community in Britain and beyond. So we're very happy to be here again today.
And of course, the Irish Post is all about community. So let's have a look at this year's recipient of the Outstanding Contribution to Community Award.
Outstanding contribution to community.
A nun for 50 years. Bye-bye! She's made it her mission to get this community back on its feet and make a real difference to the lives of as many people as she can, in her own particular way.
They don't call me the formidable Sister Rita for nothing. I don't suffer fools gladly. If you're not happy with it, knock on my door and we'll discuss it, okay? You could be just the one I want to talk to. Okay. When you come to the Lally Centre, we will give you a doll for the baby. Well, bye-bye then. Yeah. I don't mince words. I say it right out, looking into your eyes. Thank you. Yes! Do you know, darling, that when I talk, you don't. Do what you do well, boy. Do what you do well.
Tá an gradam da obid war sa bobba le brun a nacht an siúr Rita Lee. Sister Rita Lee, ladies and gentlemen. And accept your award from Fiona Audley from the Irish Post. Yes, if you'd like to turn around. So Rita, if I might have a few words with you now, I know it's a very overwhelming event. Listen, I'll take it while you're talking. I'm quite happy to hold on to it.
Hello? Right, be quiet! Be quiet! If you think I'm going to talk when you're talking, I'm going.
Oh, Sister Rita, I'm sure they're going to stay quiet for you. I mean, let's face it, you don't mince your words. Has that ever got you into trouble?
What?
Mincing, straight talking.
I'm always in trouble. Even when I don't do any troubles, I'm always in trouble. Right, are you being quiet? Throw them out there at the back.
Rita, speaking of trouble, you have often come to the rescue of those who are less fortunate and find themselves in all sorts of trouble. What motivates you to do the good works you've done?
Well, I came from Ireland in 1961 when I was very young to be a religious sister. And my mother said to me, "You'll be back in a week." Well, that was 1961. It was a long time ago. So then I trained to be a social worker, and, well, there you are.
And you can say that you really are doing the social work with the work that you are doing at the moment. You reach out to help others. You've established the Lally Centre. What are you doing at the minute?
Oh, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. It's private.
What motivates you to help others?
Well, I think we're all motivated to help others, but sometimes we don't want to listen to it. So listen to it and then help others. What's all the noise?
I've heard you say that it's important to have a sense of humour as you go about life and the challenges you face. Tell us about that, and tell us about the difference it makes when you're working with people who face huge adversities.
So what exactly do you want me to tell you about?
Talk to me about the sense of humour and why that you believe that that's important.
Well, you have to have a sense of humour. I have to have a sense of humour with you lot because you won't shut up.
Okay.
So, I've always had a sense of humour, but you see, sisters, religious sisters, they're not supposed to have it. But I have it, and I had it in 1961, and I've had it all the years.
And tell me, who supports you when you're supporting all these other people?
Well, I live in a religious community of women. Women are wonderful, you know, and there
are special women here with you tonight because I met your sisters when you came in this evening.
Who's here with me?
Your sisters. Your
My
own
sisters over there, Bridie O'Leary and Norma Minahan. Give them a clap.
What? I'm sure you might be having a few sherries this evening.
Did she say sherry?
Well,
Take
enjoy
one
the
look
celebration.
at me, I'm a teetotaler. Yeah?
Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Queenie Ashleigh, Sister Rita Lee, our very deserving recipient of the Community Award. And don't forget your award, sister. Don't forget your award. Aintach ar fad. Well, ní smú ceolanish agus Martás agaí is má leis an Irish Post. Tacaíocht the hort go hálan úrnú agus súlain go mana an bánaise amach mianta agree.
So tell me a story about a different life from behind you. When you said we run away together and we lose ourselves in the night. When you said that you
McVeigh.
Shadiad McVeigh.
Is it possible to be in love with someone who doesn't feel? Is it reasonable to say that I have never felt so real? She's walking on her own again. These streetlights are her friends with such a broken heart to mend. So give me a plan of treason that killed off the king and queen. Give me a voice of reason and tell me what you mean. Tell me, have you seen these things that I have never seen until today? She wears her head out to the side and swears everything is alright. She finds her friends in the night, but if I could change her mind, all black and color in her eyes, she could leave those days behind and she'd be mine. Oh, yeah. Hold me like you did that summer. Tell me if you ever wondered. Our time slowed down when we kissed, and night seemed to never end. Oh, well, I'll tell you something for nothing. Well, I wouldn't mind doing it all again. I can't see why I undermine all the things you said we'd miss.
Thoughts running round inside my head, the way you bite my lip. Oh, and is it wrong to say that I like the way we'd waste each other's time? Remember you were mine. Where's her head out to the silence when everything is alright? She finds her friends in the night, but I could change her mind. All black color in her eyes, she could leave those days behind. She'd be mine, mine, mine. Hold me like you did that summer, and tell me if you ever wondered. Our time slowed down when we kissed, the night seemed to never end. Well, I'll tell you something for nothing. Well, I wouldn't mind doing it all again. Well, I'll tell you something for nothing. Well, I wouldn't mind doing it all again. Oh, yeah. So give me a planet treason to kill off the king and queen. Give me a voice of reason and tell me what you mean. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. That was McVeigh singing Something for Nothing. We look forward to hearing so much more about you guys in the future. Well done. Thank you very much indeed. Right, here comes the next award.
The Building Britain Award 2019. The nominees are the Tureen Group, JJ Rattigan Building Contractors, VGC,
And to present the award, please welcome the Managing Director of Invent Limited, Mr. Brendan Morahan. Brendan, very good to see you. Very good to see you. Now, this is your second year sponsoring Building Britain Award. For anybody who doesn't know, how important have the Irish been? Are the Irish integral to the whole infrastructure of mainland Britain?
Well, immensely so. Obviously, the construction industry itself relies on the Irish and the descendants of Irish. But what some people also forget is that big construction projects need funders, they need designers, and so there have been some great people over the years from the island of Ireland that have come over here, helped build Britain, and helped build societies all over the world. So that's why we're so proud to be associated with it.
Is it something you worry about with the advent of Brexit? If Brexit comes about, is it likely to affect the workforce and the pool of work that you draw?
Look, it's definitely going to have an effect on business, but business is resilient. We will get beyond Brexit. There's no doubt about that. We've just got to bring it on. I think the big issue for me is that Brexit is breaking society. And this award is about building Britain. And we've just got to get people in this room now to sort it out, because the politicians won't.
OK, well, we're talking about the various nominees that have come up there. Just refresh our memory as to who they were and are. Here are the nominees.
The Building Britain Award 2019. The nominees are the Tureen Group, JJ Rattigan Building Contractors, VGC.
Very good. Some strong competition there. In the words of the blessed Sister Rita, shut up! Here we go. Brendan is now going to reveal the winner of the 2019 Building Britain Award.
And the winner is Tureen Group.
The Tureen Group, please welcome Managing Director and founder of the Tureen Group. On stage we'll have Dennis Nolan.
Yeah.
It's a family affair here, Dennis, yes?
It really is, Eamon. After the inspirational
Sister Rita, we thought we'd bring up our auntie, who's also
Look, everybody's taking pictures. That's your whole group table there as well.
92 years old, another strong Irish woman, like Boy George said earlier, and only recently retired from religious orders and still doing her bit for the community.
This is such an important award. What is it you guys do?
Well, first off, I should point out that my name's Dan Nolan, that's my brother Dennis. He's the founder of the company. He doesn't really, unlike yourself, he doesn't like the spotlight.
Right,
so
right.
I'm doing the talking for him. But he was raised in the farmstead in Ireland where Sister Teresa was born, which is Torrenard, Knocknagoshel, County Kerry.
Yeah.
Here for Knocknagoshel. And that's where the name Tureen comes from.
Good. And you guys take a lot of your workforce from Ireland and you retrain and you give them those sort of skills for maybe jobs that don't exist in Ireland. I was asking there about, do you think Brexit will affect what you do?
I don't think so. I think the companies like ourselves and other companies, we're very innovative. We'll keep going. We've lasted through many recessions. We'll be okay. And just a point about the workforce from Ireland, you're absolutely right. I mean, today we've got an award. We really want to thank the people that work for us now, and also the many hundreds of lads who have returned to Ireland or retired or gone back in the last 27 years. I'd like to thank them too.
Yeah, well, like all of us, a lot of us here, we're economic migrants, aren't we?
If I could, one more thanks.
One more thing, yeah.
Another strong woman, our mother. My father passed away when we were young, and she's a great woman, raised a large family, and this is in thanks to her as well.
Well, there you are. Look, you're a great woman. You're a great woman, I'm told. A great woman.
Thank you.
Like all Irish mammies. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Dennis Nolan, his mom there, and everybody else from the touring group, and Brendan Morahan, who gave out the award as well.
It's
Very
wonderful.
good. A real family affair.
It's amazing to see it. That's it. Ach, fós le hat by Tilla Ceolanio Aslan, an gradam seal Eamon, agus an gradam de rasca sport na bliana. Biggie Lane. Fáiltearás go dtí the Irish Post Awards an ihe ainin seo agus muid is súil go mór leis na gradam atá fós le hecht.
Lots more to come, but let's kick it off with this once again from the wonderful Una Healy.
Never thought I could miss your cry. The way you kept me up through all those sleepless nights. Now all I want is you.
Come on, everyone, you can clap along. Woo!
Now one for cliches or for rhymes, but a little bit of distance makes the heart come back to life. Now all I want is you. 'Cause we are under the same night sky, so I will always be by your side.
You can sing along to this now.
Don't you worry, 'cause I know you do. I'm gonna be home soon, so just keep staring at the moon and know that I will be looking back at you. You know that I will be looking back at you. I never wanna see those blue eyes blue. Even though the sun will rise, the moon will be there too. Yeah, smiling over, smiling down on you. 'Cause we are under the same night sky, so I will always be by your side. Woo! Oh, 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 ooh, la, 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 la. Don't you worry.
Okay, this is crowd participation.
All I want is fun. All I want is you. You'll never be alone, my heart and soul. All I want is you. You'll never be alone, 'cause baby, don't you know that we are under the same night sky? So I will always be by your side.
Come on, ooh la la la.
Don't you worry, yeah, 'cause I know you. I'm gonna be home soon, so just keep staring at the moon and know that I will be looking back at you. You know that I will be looking back at you.
Wow, Una Healy staring at the moon. Nish, leanam is ar aimar sin len ar géad a gradam eile.
Sporting Achievement of the Year.
Conan gradam de Rashka Sports na bliana a bhruna Railt Love Hate agus Cardboard Gangsters chuirigí fáilte roimhe John Connors a bhainú le. Great. John, it's wonderful to have you with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. The Irish people are great at many things, but shutting up is not one of them, obviously.
Well, have a less.
Can we get a bit of cuteness here, please? Thank you.
Now, John, we know of your acting achievements, but you've also had a few sporting achievements of your own.
Yeah, I was an Irish boxer, three-time Irish champion. But actually, what I'd like to say is tonight I met so many Irish construction workers, and I have to say that it made me think about what the Irish have done abroad. And these people's work ethic have been the backbone of our reputation and have been great representatives for us worldwide, and I think they deserve a round of applause.
And that backbone, you carry it You had it in your acting, you have it in your sport. How did it help you overcome adversity when times got tough for you?
Oh no, what sport does for you is it gives you a different mindset. So I started off in boxing, so you get punched in the head for a living. So when you start acting, you're not getting punched in the head. So there's a big difference. But actually, our athletes are so underfunded, it's actually a joke. And our athletes have to have jobs and also compete at the highest level. And our next athlete who's receiving this award actually has to raise money to go to the Tokyo Olympics next year to raise money for a bike. Now I'm looking around this room. I am but a lowly actor. I'm willing to put my hand in my pocket to make sure this person gets her bike so she doesn't have to worry about next year and she can compete at the highest level. Now I know the Irish people are generous, so I know we can all put our hand in our pocket and make sure she doesn't have financial woes and she can go to the Olympics next year without that worry. What do you think, Irish people? If someone gives me one of those champagne buckets, I will go table to table and we'll put our money where our mouth is. How's that sound?
That sounds like an amazing,
Well, let's do that.
An amazing idea, John. You're very generous, and I know the room is very generous. Let's have a look at our outstanding contributor to sport in action.
Sporting Achievement of the Year.
I was born partially sighted and I was diagnosed at the age of 11. I could have been like poor Katie. It was all very positive. You know, my dad drove me to many sports. Nothing was an issue and I could achieve anything I wanted to achieve. 2019 was an incredible year for me. I became world champion in the time trial for the 3rd year in a row. Without my family, I wouldn't actually be doing this from a young age and made me believe in myself and everything I did. In 2017, I became double world champion. This was the best moment of my life after winning gold and silver in Rio. I just loved the freedom and the feel of speed.
Si buatáid an radam go rasca sport na bliana 2019, Katie Dunleavy a rinne le. Congratulations, Katie. Congratulations, Katie. It's wonderful to have you with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honoured to receive this and receive this today. It's been a great evening amongst, you know, the local Irish in England. I know many of the faces, and it's just an honour to receive this. I'm really, really proud.
And hearing those words from John tonight must have given you a great boost. And hopefully we'll give the purse a great boost as well.
Oh yeah. Thanks, John, for that. I mean, I get funded very well from the government in Ireland, but I have to raise funds for a bike. For us to compete in Tokyo, we're up against the best in the world, and we need to have the best equipment. And I want the best equipment. So any help would be great.
Well, John's going around with the champagne bucket later. Now, you've had so many highlights. Rowing, tandem cycling. What's been the biggest highlight for you, the biggest achievement to date?
Biggest achievement, without doubt, was winning gold in the Rio Paralympic Games in 2016 and becoming Paralympic champion.
That's amazing, Katie. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was massive for me. It's been many years trying to achieve that, and myself. And it wasn't this award isn't just for me. It's for my pilot as well, Eve McChrystal from Dundalk. We're a team, and we achieved gold and silver in Rio, and we've since become double world champion twice, and 3 times world champion in a time trial at the World Championships in September. And we are aiming for Tokyo. We've got 10 months until Tokyo Paralympics, and we're hoping to come back with more medals for Ireland.
No doubt about it, Katie.
I'm proud to represent Ireland. I have for 8 years. I think that the Irish blood in me makes me the athlete I am. It gives me the work ethic, and I'm dedicated, and gives me the fighting spirit. And without that, I wouldn't be here with this award and with the success that I've had.
Katie, what would you say to any young person who is tempted to compete at the highest level?
Well, I'd say if that's what they want, you know, anything, whether it's compete at the highest level or do anything, if they want to do it, believe in themselves and go for it. There's, you know, when I was a youngster, I was told that I couldn't do things, and I never believed in myself, and I worked hard. And now I stand here, and I'm kind of showing people and also myself, when I did have that low self-esteem, that I have achieved, and you can achieve in anything you want to achieve.
Well, congratulations, Katie. You're an inspirational role model and a very worthy winner of our outstanding contribution to sport. A really wish to Katie Dunleavy, August John Connors.
And that brings us now to our final award of the evening, and it's a biggie.
Lifetime Achievement.
This is the Lifetime Achievement Award. To present it, please welcome the Irish Ambassador to the United Kingdom, His Excellency Adrian O'Neill. Mr. Ambassador, lovely to see you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, how are you?
Very good. What do you think of the evening?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I think it's so important that we come together to kind of celebrate the breadth of achievement of so many Irish people, and we're so proud of them in so many sectors, and it really is an inspiring evening.
Okay, Ambassador, you hosted the Irish Film Awards at the Embassy earlier this week, and we look around, we've got actors here. How significant is the Irish influence on the arts?
Well, the Film Awards is one of the highlights of the Embassy every year. I really look forward to it. But, you know, I think we are so lucky that we have so much, you know, Irish creative talent who, you know, are doing so well here in Britain, who are such good reputational ambassadors for us. And I think it's in many ways they kind of represent the cultural glue that bind our two countries.
Yeah.
And therefore it's something that I love doing, is recognising and celebrating that achievement.
You talk about the cultural glue that binds our two countries. There's also an economic glue that binds our two countries. Is that in danger with Brexit, or how do you see things going in the future?
Well, I mean, I think no doubt that Britain is going through a profound period of change at the moment. And that change will present, you know, kind of some risks that we need to manage, but also opportunities as well. And I think the really important thing is that we make sure that by working closely together, that we can navigate the current period of turbulence and ensure that the British-Irish relationship, which is so important to both our islands, is maintained and protected.
Good man. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Okay, everyone, please, the best of attention, because this is our final award. This is the Lifetime Achievement. Shh. It's the last award. It's the big award. Got the Irish Ambassador here to present it, and he's going to present it to a man who you'll know from your screen, big and small. This is what our award winner does best.
Lifetime Achievement.
Right. Hey, Zito, what's up? What's the good news, Dick?
Yeah? What's that?
Who among you will have to say in years hence that he stood idly by as this nation became an empire?
Will you let her walk all over you? And sleep with my worst enemy and make a laughing stock of the Maloney's? Is that it? Huh?
What do I want you to do?
Stay out of trouble.
Huh?
Stay out of trouble.
That's right. Fucking disrespect my own.
We're here because we are on the verge of something the wider world will applaud, but our own people will hate.
The kind of justice I'm questing requires a certain attitude that people might find, you know, extreme or unpleasant. Might not be suitable, you know. You must have a strong enemy, son. Otherwise it's too easy to destroy.
I don't understand you at all now.
I know that.
Okay, everyone, please be upstanding for the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. Colm Meaney. Congratulations, Colm. Well done. How are you feeling?
I'm extremely suddenly emotional that when this little award came up, people actually went quiet. I can't believe it. I didn't think I'd have the ability to quieten this room down, you know, but maybe I do. Okay. No, it's a huge honour to receive this. The Irish Post is such a great newspaper. I mean, unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember when it was launched, and it was, you know, it was an immigrants newspaper. It was for the Irish community in Britain, but it's grown into a sort of an international news outlet that does tremendous work and also plays a very pivotal role, I believe, in especially these days, explaining Ireland to the British audience, so which is, I think, is hugely important as well, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm very honoured to receive this. Thank you.
And very well deserved. A lot of the roles we saw there, they were quite intense. They were quite serious roles. Do you ever do comedy?
What? I am known for my comedy, The Length and Breadth of Finglas.
I used to live in Finglas.
Yeah, I grew up in Finglas. Anybody from Finglas? Is there? Really?
Kapure Park,
A few,
Finglas.
yeah. No, I consider the Roddy Doyle films to be comedy. And I always try to bring an element of humour to whatever I do.
Yes.
I find humour helps to humanise a character, you know?
And then, of course, you know, you've spent much of your life in LA, working there as an actor in Hollywood, and there were the Star Trek years as well. And once you're part, I would have thought, you know, live long in and prospering with the next generation. Once you're part of that family, I suppose you're always part of it.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, we're not sort of we don't see each other all the time, but I mean, we do get together occasionally, and we're very close. We're very tight-knit for 7 years, so, you know, but when you bump into Avery Brooks or Patrick, it's like bumping into your brother, you know?
Yeah. It's a notoriously precarious career that you've chosen, and you've lasted in it so long. Is it a career that you would advise people to go into, or what would your advice be as regards acting?
Absolutely. If you can possibly do anything else, do it.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, I have a daughter who's an actor in New York, an older daughter, and you know, I finally said to her, well, if this is what you really, really, really want to do, and you can't do anything else, great, we'll support you. But I did try to discourage her, yes.
Okay. As an achievement, as this goes, what is there still to do for Colm Meaney?
Oh, I hope there's a lot.
Yeah.
I've a lot. Yeah, I hope there's a lot more miles left on the clock, and you know, there's many projects I want to get stuck into and get doing, and getting funding for films nowadays is difficult, but
yeah,
we'll do it. And I also, one thing I want to say, I didn't at the beginning there about. I want to say a special thanks tonight to my family, because we don't often think of them and what they do. My wife and my daughter are here tonight, and they put up with so much from me. I disappear, I go off for 4 or 5 months, and then I drag them somewhere like Asia or somewhere, and you know, they come along uncomplainingly, and it really. I really want to say thanks to them tonight.
Well, thank you very much indeed, and thank you to you for being you. A pleasure. Colm Meaney, thank you, and thank you to His Excellency the Irish Ambassador, Adrian O'Neill. Wow. So, those were the Irish Post Awards for 2019. None of this would have been possible without the support of DRS Bond Management and Invent Limited. And despite the fact that I didn't win an award, it has been an amazing evening, Aoife.
Well, sin cínta éime nach cunne de bhisneach han chéad a bhléon eile rún. Bhí sé iontach bol leis an túr Rita-Lee an taon bhín an smachtach an siúrma seo. Anna Friel agus rianta an lochanó atá múnú hasna.
And we recognised Ireland's influence in business, sport, music, film and television.
Indeed we did. Ach far Thomas Tarrans chean scríbe. Gur míle mahagaí as 8-úr góúidir ach an isca hamad slána ágalagi. It's time to say goodnight, Eamon.
Well, it is.
And it's been an amazing night.
It has. We look forward to seeing you again, hopefully at the Irish Post Awards in 2020, when we'll be celebrating 50 years. But to close tonight, more music from one of Ireland's most celebrated bands, from Aoife and myself. Thank you for watching. Now listen to Aslan.
Lay your head down in Cardboard City, 'cause you've nowhere left to go. Everything at home is far too pretty. Well, I guess that you just got bored, so bored, sitting by your window, watch the world float by. Love is born and love is sold, like running water's hard to hold, and is the sun beneath the sea. Maybe it's the place that I should be. You're missing out on all your beauty sleep, running up hills, but they're far too steep, holding on to everything till it burns your skin, walking outdoors that just won't let you back in, sitting by your window, watch the world float by. Love is born and love is sold, like running water's hard to hold, and is the sun beneath the sea. Maybe it's the place that I should be. Can't stop the world turning, so you can climb on. And just because you're so afraid of finding yourself, love is born and love is sold, like running water's hard to hold, and is the sun beneath the sea. Maybe it's the place that I should be. Love is born and love is sold. Maybe it's the place that I should be. Where's the sun? What have you got that you can leave behind? If it's written in a box, was it a waste of time? And do you deserve how cold you feel right now? And what What have you learned? People stop to write it down. You needed anyone, but you need someone today. You never needed anyone, but you need someone today. When it all breaks down and it all breaks up, and it's too late now, too late for hallelujah. When you burn and fall, too late for hallelujah. How does it taste at your table for one? And how do you dance if you never held someone? You never ask for anything, that's exactly what you got. But desperately you try to change when every skin just feels the same. When it all breaks down and it all breaks up, and it's too late now, too late for hallelujah. When you burn and fall, I used to hear you say, nothing can change your mind. Look how the angels pray, only the truth survives. Too late, too late, too late, too late for hallelujah. When it all breaks down and it all breaks up, and it's too late now, too late for hallelujah. I used to hear you say, nothing can change your mind. Look how the angels pray, only the truth survives. Too late, too late, too late, too late for hallelujah. Thank you. Slán lads, agus go to meet am a haggart.